It's time for you to decide your EA Sports FC 25 Team of the Year, with voting now open at ea.com/TOTY. And today we are focusing on the men's team with Jamie Carragher and Gary Neville. We're going to try and come to some sort of agreement. The points we agree on, we'll just move nicely through, and the points that we come to a bit of contention on, we're going to leave it to you two to try and come to a decision. Does that sound okay?
Oh, so we've both got to... Oh, okay.
So we've got to come with a combined 11.
Combined 11.
Like that.
For the day. Okay, you ready to go? We're going with a 4-3-3 formation. We're going to start with goalkeeper. Jamie, who have you gone for?
I went with Mike Maignan. Is that how you say? Mike Maignan. AC Milan goalkeeper, French goalkeeper. I watched him in the Champions League last year, and I thought he was one of the best goalkeepers in the Champions League, and certainly the best goalkeeper on that list.
I went for Emi Martinez. He was on the list, so I went for him, and I was quite comfortable with that. But to be honest with you, if you think that, obviously, you've seen more of Maignan than I have.
Yeah. I mean, it was a toss-up between the two of them.
He's a massive personality,
Well, I'll tell you what, we'll go with Martinez, because he would have won the Copa America in the summer with Argentina.
So who are we going with? The
We're
goalkeeper
going with Emi
position?
Martinez.
Martinez goes in the goalkeeper position. Okay, moving on to right back. This is one you agreed on.
Oh,
Do you want to go with who you've gone
I
for?
love Carvajal. I mean,
Pretty easy decision, this
yeah,
one?
I think he's actually... Sometimes when you think of world-class right-backs, you sort of think, oh, there aren't that many around. You obviously think of Trent here, and England have got a good set of right-backs. But then you think of Carvajal year in, year out, and what he does. He's an absolutely brilliant performer, him. And I think they'd probably need him to retire to realise how good he actually is and was.
Scored in the Champions League final, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, and obviously Spain in the summer as well. Bad injury now. So, yeah, that was an easy one.
Far too much agreement so far.
Yes, yeah, don't worry. We will get there.
We will get there. Let's go on to centre-backs then. One you've agreed on. Rudiger, do you want to go first?
Watch him obviously in the Champions League. He was coming up and go, big battles against, I think, Haaland, Harry Kane as well. Real Madrid had a brilliant season. So, yeah, Champions League winners, and he's the best defender.
Yeah,
you agree with that?
Yeah, I mean, when he was at Chelsea, I thought he was a good player. What he's done since he's gone to Real Madrid. It's interesting how certain players and types of players sort of adapt to different types of teams, and he's perfect for that team in the way in which they play. He's been absolutely brilliant. Yeah, and he was number one.
And then you both got into the Premier League for your second centre-back spot, but you've gone with Liverpool and you've gone with Arsenal. So explain your picks.
I was torn. But it was 50-50.
Yours was a slash for a while.
It was.
Until just before we started.
It was. I
filming.
just went to Saliba just purely because of probably the back end of I don't know. I just thought at the end of last year, and I don't. He'll know more about Liverpool than I will. I watched Van Dijk a lot this season. He's been
probably
immense.
know more about Arsenal than you as well.
But I think Saliba last year for Arsenal was unbelievable in terms of the back end of last season.
What about this season?
No, I have to say that I think Saliba's still been pretty good. And I think that Van Dijk's been sensational. So it was a toss of the coin for me.
Van Dijk for me. I think of the Carabao Cup final, and what I would say about Saliba, I love him, but he's more of a partnership with Gabriel. You always think of the two of them, whereas Van Dijk always has to play with sort of three different partners throughout the season.
Those leadership qualities.
Yeah,
I
think the great centre-backs make other players look like great players, and he makes the player who plays alongside him look like a great player.
And arguing Saliba with that with Gabriel though?
There is an argument though, when Saliba obviously was missing for Arsenal in the previous season to last, they absolutely fell to pieces and it all completely went pear-shaped. So what? No, my point is, you can't just say Saliba and Gabriel are a partnership.
No, but they are. What I'm saying is...
Well, they are a partnership.
Yeah, but I think what Van Dijk has to do, playing against different partners all the time, the effect he had on that, he basically won that Carabao Cup final almost on his own, playing with a gang of kids. Well, Van Dijk's, that's what I'm fighting for. Van Dijk's.
So you're going with both of Rudiger and you're going with Van Dijk?
Yeah, I'm going with Van Dijk.
Okay, third spot, left back. Carragher, who have you gone for?
Ronaldo.
Okay.
I'm not sure who I went for. Oh, Guardiola.
You did.
Yes, we went for Guardiola.
Why is that funny? He's had a great year.
So can someone tell me how many goals Guardiola scored? Man City won the league last year, by the way. Most incredible run at the end of the season. How many goals has Guardiola scored this year as left back?
Are we judging defenders on goals?
We're judging them on just generally their performance over the whole calendar year. Was he very good for Manchester City for the last 5 months of last season? Was he? Yeah. Was he unbelievable?
But was he better than Grimaldo?
I think
Did he score more goals than Grimaldo? Do you know who Grimaldo is?
Yeah, I do know who Grimaldo is.
He scored 10 goals and he got 20 assists.
Yeah. He couldn't even get in his country's team, right?
I couldn't. What a legend I was at this club. Don't die in the ditch, because we will get laughed out of town because this team is both of us. We'll get laughed out of town if we've got Guardiola left back.
We'll get laughed out of town if we pick a guy that basically couldn't get in his country's team.
Grimaldo.